The moment I turned the key in my apartment's lock, an unsettling stillness greeted me. It wasn't the usual calm of an empty home, but a raw, stripped-bare quiet that seemed to bounce off the naked walls. The place was barren. No furniture, no bookshelves, no framed pictures. Even the window drapes had vanished. A single piece of paper, folded and taped to the refrigerator, caught my eye. Her handwriting sprawled across it, light and almost playful. "This is for your own good. A clean break. Somewhere peaceful. There's some cash for you. Don't dwell on the past." Tucked inside were 3 worn $100 bills, nothing more. Not even our dog was there. That's when it sank in. She hadn't just walked away, she'd wiped me out entirely. 9 years of marriage, and she'd once called me her rock, the one who grounded her when life spun out of control. I trusted her words, believed in the world we'd shaped together. Lazy Sunday mornings sipping coffee with the dog sprawled between us, late-night strolls when sleep evaded her, dreams of a shared tomorrow I thought we both held dear. But cracks had started to show. The growing distance, her late hours at the office, her phone always face down when I entered the room. I told myself it was temporary, that our bond was unbreakable. I was wrong. She was just better at hiding it. My hospital stay was meant to be brief. A minor crash, a short recovery, a week of quiet. She never came to see me. I chalked it up to her busy schedule, never suspecting she was dismantling our life like a thief who knew every lock. The neighbor mentioned seeing them haul boxes to a truck, looking carefree, happy even. Them, my wife and the man she'd kept secret. It didn't hit me with fury, not at first. Instead, a cold clarity settled in, sharp and unyielding, like pain crystallizing into purpose. I began piecing it together methodically. Finding her lover's name was easy. He was all over her social media, grinning in photos from events I was never invited to. A tall guy with a charming, careless smile, the kind that assumes it can claim anything. Then I found their hideaway, a lake house, nestled among trees, isolated and smug, a perfect spot for their fresh start. That's when my anger started to take shape, its edges honing themselves. I didn't act rashly. That's not who I am. I checked our bank accounts. Empty. She'd siphoned everything, savings, retirement, even the emergency fund. She called it setting me free. I called it betrayal. I tracked her movements, his habits, their weekend escapes to the lake, the excuses she fed her friends about being swamped. Each detail slotted into place, forming a map that steadied my hands and sharpened my focus. Revenge isn't born of fury, it's crafted through patience and precision. The drive to the lake house took 9 hours, each mile feeding my resolve. No radio, no distractions, just her note looping in my mind. Don't dwell on the past. But I did, and every memory fueled me until only determination remained. The cabin sat quietly by the water, its cedar roof gleaming with arrogance. I parked far back in the woods, waited, observed. When their car finally pulled away, her laughter drifting through the open window, I emerged from the trees. The back door was laughably easy to open. He'd left a spare key under a potted plant, reckless and overconfident. Inside, her perfume lingered, a scent that once meant comfort but now felt like an intrusion. I moved deliberately, noting my furniture, my books, even our dog's old bed. Not discarded, just transplanted to his space. It was like touring a gallery of my stolen life, rearranged for someone else's enjoyment. I didn't lash out, didn't destroy anything. That would have been too crude, too fleeting. Instead, I collected what mattered. Property deeds, a spare checkbook, unopened mail piled neatly on the counter. His name on the utility bill, her handwriting on a shopping list. His desk held a laptop, carelessly left unlocked, passwords saved. I downloaded files, bank records, messages, photos, evidence of their affair stretching back further than I'd guessed. Investments in his name, funded with my money. They thought they'd outsmarted me, that I'd slink away with my $300 and fade into silence. They misjudged me. When their car rolled back up the gravel drive, I was already gone, hidden in the woods, watching. She stepped out first, carrying groceries, laughing. He leaned in for a kiss. She looked content, but joy built on deceit is fragile. The weeks that followed were calculated. I sent copies of the documents to his business associates, the IRS, and his wife. Yes, he had one too. She responded quickly, furious and grateful, ready to tear his world apart. Using the same passwords she'd used to rob me, I drained just enough from their joint account to unsettle them, to make them feel the ground shift. Her workplace received an anonymous package, screenshots of texts, time-stamped lies, proof of office affairs. HR doesn't take kindly to such scandals. I didn't need to face them directly. I let their lives unravel from within, piece by piece. Late one night, her call came. I didn't pick up. Her voicemail was raw, frantic. "How could you do this? You've destroyed everything. You're twisted. You need help." I listened once, then erased it. The last time I saw them was in a courthouse corridor. She avoided my gaze. He looked diminished, his easy grin gone. Their lawyers squabbled, their futures crumbling. I walked by slowly, calm, unnoticed by anyone but them. They said nothing, didn't dare. Now my apartment is still bare, but the emptiness feels different. Not hollow but purified. The dog. I found him. She hadn't given him away, just abandoned him at a shelter with a made-up story. When they scanned his chip, they called me. He bounded toward me, tail wagging, as if no time had passed. Maybe for him it hadn't. I don't think of her much anymore. When her face crosses my mind, it's not pain I feel, it's triumph. She wanted me erased, silenced. Instead, I left her with nothing, not even the pretense of victory. I didn't start over somewhere new. I rebuilt right here, in the wreckage of what she tried to steal. For the first time in ages, the silence belongs to me.